Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with William Hill, Empire Fight Store. Delighted to be joined by Shakan Pitters ahead of what's going to be a cracking night here in Birmingham this Saturday. We know yesterday you were really looking forward to it. We're in the gym in Birmingham. How excited are you to go on and put on a display this weekend?
100%, man. It's been a while coming. Every time I've more or less fought in my hometown, I've knocked out my opponent, and it's been good performances going forward. So I look to continue that and put on a solid performance in front of my fans.
Any more pressure coming into this, that it is in Birmingham, that it is in front of your people, or does that just help?
Nah, I don't even do pressure, man. It is what it is. Like, I'll take my confidence from my training. I know the best of me, will beat a lot of these guys. So I've trained hard. I've taken my opponent serious, and I'm going to go in there and put out a clinical performance.
I know you've had obviously a couple of defeats in your career, but you think you've sort of turned a corner from that now, and that this is like a new chapter in your career where you're ready to sort of take over and dominate?
Yeah, it's boxing. Look, man, like, we all want to obviously keep our O, and I want to keep my record as blemished as it is, good as it is and things. So, I'll take defeat in anything I do hard, so I don't want to be feeling like that. So, of course, I put all the efforts in my training to win, and that's all I visualise throughout training is winning, and my hand getting raised at all costs. So, I never, fans and everyone remember them things and dwell on them things. For me, I just only can keep going forward as a fighter and keep pushing to like a world title opportunity, more title contention, these things. But not looking ahead, man. Like, I've got to do what I got to do, my job on Saturday in order to be in the other title mixes for sure.
A lot of people say you either win or you learn, you don't lose. So what have you learned? Have you had to go away and maybe look at yourself, strip back a little bit and say, right, how do we avoid this happening in the future? Because obviously you've got a long career ahead of you.
Yeah, definitely. It makes you look into yourself and question yourself in a good way, in the sense where I know that there's a lot more I could do to reach my full potential. So it's made me look into myself, a lot of the defeats. But I know I'm not a walkover for no one. At the end of the day, when I have took my losses, they've been close fights, or I've went out on my shield and I've went out and I'm standing. You know what I mean? So I'm a proud man. So I'm never gonna, go out and not put up a fight. So yeah, it's what it is, man. At the end of the day, pride and dignity in it. I got a lot of it, and I always want to win, and that's what I aim to do on Saturday.
Now on Saturday, what can the fans expect? Obviously, it is in your hometown. You have a good record here. So what can we expect? Are we going to see an explosive performance from you? You're going to put on a show?
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm just going to do what I got to do. I know what I got to do. I'm fully focused on the task in hand. I'm not sleeping on Joe. He's a decent fighter. There's respect there, but I have a job to do if I want to, if I feel I'm as good as I am. And, and if I want to obviously keep pushing up and going forward with my career.
I saw her in the gym yesterday. Obviously, I think your little girl was there and things like that. They're coming to the fight on Saturday?
Yeah, my little girl's going to be there, man. You know what it is? Like, for the first time, well, this is her second time, she'll be at this... she'll be at my fight. I mean, she came to her first one, which was a small horse show, and I first was fighting, sorry. And she was crying through a lot of it, and she never understood it. But now, she's been at my gym while I'm sparring. She's been around and things like that, and she's been involved a bit more around this build-up. You know what I mean? So I want her to see what my job entails, because I know I'm inspiring my daughter, and it's good to show her what that does. So with her remind, as I say, when shit gets tough for me in my training and anything, and I visualise her, that's all the strength I need.
I was just about to come on to that. Does the fact that she's there not give you that added motivation, because you have to be on it anyway, but does it sort of help because that's who you want to do it for? The fact that you have got a little girl there seeing daddy go to work in one of the most brutal sports that you can do? Yeah,
definitely. It does add that motivation for me. It doesn't put any pressure or anything. It does add more motivation and a good light for me, because everything I'm doing is for my daughter. Everything I'm doing is for her to set her future up. I don't do it as much as everyone likes nice things and that. Like, I don't do it for that. I do it so I could set my daughter's legacy, and, going forward in my family. So I do everything for her, and I feel with her being there and me putting on a good performance and a decent display and then getting my hand raised and win, it only inspires her more to do well and be happy with me as well.
Now, I ask a lot of boxers, would they ever let their kids fight? We've seen here there's the inaugural, British champion that Lauren Price and Kirsty Babington will be fighting for. Would you ever let your daughter step in the ring?
No. No.
Why not?
Because there's bad business in boxing. It's also a lot of there's also a lot of sacrifices you have to do in boxing. I feel like in any sport there's loads of things, but it's a dangerous sport. It's a sport you can't play. You know, people are really out here getting affected by this sport. You know what I mean? So, I mean, look, as she gets older, like my dad didn't want me to do it for a very long time. I got older and made my own choices. So it got to a stage where she wanted to make her own choice, and she really wanted to. Like, don't be wrong, I've got her own little gloves. I put her on the little pads and things at home, and she's good. She's got a good form, but it's just something she really wanted to do. Then I just know that as her dad, then I'm going to give it 200% to ensure that she's the best version of herself in it, because I know what it kind of takes to, you know, to do it, and I'll sacrifice a lot for myself as well. But it's a lot, you know, from a young age, at her young age, she's only 7. I wanted to just enjoy her life a bit, be more with the studies, and, you know, for family and friends, and just not put too much pressure on herself with things like, you know what I mean, anything. Because it's a tough sport, man.
100%. Well, look, Shakan, we look forward to seeing you back in action, doing your thing this Saturday in front of you know, your hometown crowd, and we wish you all the best. Hopefully we can catch up after the fight.
100%, man, definitely. When I get the win, we can catch up.
Appreciate it.